Chapter 4. At first the word divorce scared me. It was like our family had come down with a horrible, incurable disease or something. Like that Kool-Aid pitcher. We were shattered, and my parents couldn't fix whatever was wrong. I was stupid sad after Dad left. I looked at a map of the United States at school. The distance from Ohio to California was huge. He could have been on another planet. It would take 3 days just to drive there. But even if he had just moved across town, he was gone from me. I couldn't see him or sit in his lap when I wanted to or needed to. And never mind what he said. Deep inside, I did feel like it was partly my fault. I'd messed up a lot. The Kool-Aid, the cupcakes. Then there was the time they'd given me a necklace after my first piano recital. It was a shiny musical note on a silver chain. Mom had warned me not to wear it to soccer practice, but I didn't listen. It fell off on the field somewhere and I couldn't find it. They said they were disappointed in me. That made my stomach hurt. So yeah, I really was one big frustration. During those first few weeks after Dad left, I spent the time walking around what was now the house for just me and Mom, touching all the Dad places. The green chair, the one that wouldn't wobble, the empty bathroom shelf where he used to keep his aftershave that smelled like peppermint patties, the old pottery ashtray where he used to toss his keys. After dinner, I would carefully wash his favorite plate, the blue ceramic one, even though it hadn't been used, just so it wouldn't get dusty. I'd put it back in the cupboard next to that big red bowling plate he'd won a couple of years ago. I don't know why he didn't take those when he moved out, but I was glad they were still there, because maybe that meant he might come back, right? Plus, Mom's place was just so quiet all the time, so I hauled out my Casio again and again just to make some noise. When my parents finally got official custody papers with legal instructions from a judge, I guess that sealed everything. We were no longer a whole, but 3 separate pieces. A mom, a dad, a kid sliced in half. Actually, that made us 4 pieces, because I have to be 2 people, Mom's Izzy and Dad's Isabella. But even though I got to go to the beach whenever I visited him, and even though Dad's California house was awesome, with a big old Steinway piano he got just for me, I always felt like a visitor, which I was. I only visited him. Daddy wasn't home, but I got used to it. What choice did I have? The system worked, basically, until last year, when Dad decided to move again, and suddenly he was just right across town. And now that he's once again living in the same city as I do, the custody rules have changed. It took a little getting used to. Okay, truth. It took a lot getting used to. Chapter 5. Dad lives in a really nice house now that he's back, and I mean ridiculously nice. The kind of house you see on TV shows about movie stars. It's in a ritzy suburb just outside of town. Mom still lives in the small house we all used to share. It's crisp and clean, usually smells like the candle fragrance she bought last week. Last week, she was burning a lavender lime, a purple-green swirl combination that actually smelled really good. She got it at Target. I wish I'd been with her. But unless we're doing a custody exchange, it's never the 3 of us together anymore. Probably never, ever again. When Dad moved back, and he and Mom went to court so a new custody arrangement could be worked out, I was not allowed to go. Excuse me, but I think I should have had a say in it, especially since the whole thing was about me anyway, but I didn't. Right before the court date, I spent one whole Saturday night on my laptop researching custody laws in Ohio. Mom is my legal guardian because she's like my mom, but she and Dad have shared custody of me, which means they have to take turns. But I have no legal right to choose. That's a real phrase from a custody article I looked up. Makes me feel pretty small. Some judge who had never even met me decided to split me in half. Like that's even humanly possible. So I live with Dad and Anastasia, Dad's lady friend as he calls her, and her son Darren 1 week. Then every Sunday at exactly 3 p.m. in front of the Apple store at the mall, I'm exchanged like a wrong-sized pair of jeans. And I live with Mom and her boyfriend, John Mark, the next week. Yeah, they love me and all that, but it doesn't stop them from slicing my life in half every 7 days and then acting like that's normal or something. Every Monday I wake up in a different bed than the one I slept in the week before. I hate that. Birds make nests in trees, right? One nest, one tree. Whoever heard of a robin moving her eggs every week to a new tree? That'd be crazy, right? Yep, crazy. Welcome to my life. Chapter 6. Mom's Week. John Mark Metzger has been around longer than the other 6 guys Mom sort of dated, whose names I chose not to remember. Before I got to know him, I used to call him simply Number 7, but not to his face. After a couple of years, it was clear that he and Mom really liked each other, and I can tell he really likes me. He's honest, real polite, and he likes crunchy peanut butter and apricot jelly. Never grape, just like I do. Mom smiles, sometimes even giggles, when she's around him, and I can see a little of the tired, pinched look leave her face when he comes into a room. I like that he makes her happy. He's a redneck. I don't mean that in a negative way, but he seriously has a sunburned red neck. He keeps sunblock on the kitchen counter and slathers it on each morning before he leaves the house. He keeps his hair cut short, so there really is no protection for his poor neck. I'd never met a person who really had skin like that. One of those people who fry at the beach. Honest. He's the only guy I know who cooks like a Pop-Tart in the sun, but he's pretty cool. He laughs a lot, loves to sing, blushes a lot, is a little overweight, and I've never seen him in a bad mood. He's got dozens of interesting tattoos. It's fun to read his arms during the summer when he wears short-sleeved shirts. When he gets in his truck, he turns the country western station up as loud as it will go, then sings along with folks like Willie Nelson and Garth Brooks. He says he likes the oldies, whatever that means. He really likes my mom. Chapter 7. Exchange Day. It's Sunday. I hate Sundays. I hate them. Even when I'm a wrinkled old lady, Sunday will always remind me of a worn, gray, fake leather sofa at the mall. It's where Dad sits to wait for me when it's his turn for custody for the week. Mom waits on the same couch on the opposite week. The stupid sofa never changes, just the faces of the grown-ups who come to claim me. I'm pretty sure my parents hate Sundays too. Today, Dad waits stiffly, tapping his fingers, like he can't relax until it's over. Probably true. He is never late. Anastasia sits beside him. She, at least, is smiling. Her shoes and purse are probably real leather, very fancy looking. She's dressed in an amber-toned wool suit that's almost the same color she is. Probably took her hours to do her face and hair. I touched the fuzzy frizz I call mine, but it's bushed out. It's bushed out of the scrunchie again. But today I break into a wide smile as Mom and I approach them, because Anastasia's son Darren has come with them. He's, well, not to sound like a fangirl, but he's totally cool. He knows how to dress so he looks really sharp without looking like he worked at it, and he's got a gravelly sounding voice that makes my friends get all kind of silly. I glance back guiltily at Mom, who is pale and tired-looking, trying to scrape the stain off her Waffle House uniform with her fingernail. Jean-Marc, in his favorite blue bowling shirt, walks on the other side of me. They're speed-walking because we're late. Again. I wonder if other people are watching us, like we're some kind of reality TV show. The caption would read, "Chocolate family meets vanilla family in the artificial reality that is a mall. Caramel daughter caught helplessly between the two." When we get to the sofa, Mom simply nods curtly at my father and Anastasia, gives me a kiss on the forehead, and turns and hurries away with Jean-Marc. Dad nods as well. No need to exchange words, just me. They've got that head-nodding thing down to a science. Now he hops up, and I step into his outstretched arms. "What's up, my Bella Isabella?" He smooths my hair. He's been calling me that since I was little. It's from a picture book that I used to make him read to me over and over again. I couldn't believe that someone had written about a girl, a warrior princess with my name. I still have that book. "I'm great, Daddy," I tell him. Then I quickly let go and grab Darren's arm. "I'm so glad you came today. What's up?" "I decided to witness the exchanging of the captive," he teases, grabbing my backpack and slinging it over his shoulder. "Besides, I had to get my phone fixed." "How's Alicia?" I asked, my turn to tease. "I hardly saw you the last time I was there." "If you must know," he said, poking me in the arm, Alicia is so very yesterday. I'm working up the courage to ask Monique to the dance next week." "I bet she's checking her phone every hour in case you text." "Maybe," he said, his voice a mystery. "Still living up there on the honor roll?" "Is there anywhere else?" He rolls his eyes. "How's Miss Pearson at the homeless shelter?" "Still passing out mashed potatoes, blankets, and goodie bags." "I've got some of those little lotion and shampoo bottles in my bag for her," I tell him. "I saw them at CVS on sale for 50 cents each the other day, so I bought a bunch to help Miss Pearson out." "You're the best, Izzy." "I know," I tell him as I play punch him in the side. Here's the scoop on Darren. He's totally awesome. In addition to volunteering at the homeless shelter, he gets grades that land him on the honor roll every quarter. He runs the fastest 100-meter dash on the track team. He's got a boatload of colleges writing him letters asking him to consider their university. They are asking him. Yeah, pretty impressive. Best thing? He buys me ice cream every time I ask, even if it's before dinner. Like I said, he's the total package. I go to Anastasia next and give her a hug as well. She's a good hugger. It feels real, not faked. She smells like Shalimar. It's a fancy French perfume I've learned to really like. So good to see you again, Isabella, she murmurs. I've missed you. And she means it.